Dear friends, welcome to our new video. If you are not subscribed the channel, please hit subscribe button and activate the bell button. This video is talking about getting enough vitamins and minerals through healthy eating. It is critical for a person to understand what constitutes an adequate intake of vitamins and minerals from food. A good food health vitamin intake is defined by the Federal Drug Administration as the recommended daily allowance for most vitamins. Age, gender, and other factors influence these numbers. So a young woman's good food health vitamin intake will be different from a man in his 70s. Certain foods' nutritional information includes the recommended daily intakes of food health vitamins. People should pay attention to this labeling because it can help them get the right amount of food health vitamin intake from the foods they eat. Vitamin and mineral values are often expressed as a percentage of the recommended daily intake, and can be used to evaluate the nutritional value of foods when trying to get the recommended daily intake of vitamins and minerals for good health. In order to get enough good food health vitamins, a person may also want to limit their intake of a few other things in their diet. When it comes to knowing how high a product is in these undesirable components, the nutritional labeling on certain foods can be extremely helpful to the consumer. Even though salt and fat aren't strictly vitamins, they can be items that a person wants to limit as part of their good food health vitamin intake. The majority of people use the word vitamin to refer to nutrients, and food manufacturers are aware that a person considers their good food health vitamin intake when looking at minerals and other items. In addition to being an important part of a well-balanced diet, fiber is also necessary for good food health vitamin intake, as many people are now aware. If a person has to follow a special diet, they should pay extra attention to their intake of healthy foods and vitamins. The nutrients found in certain foods differ from those found in others, and this holds true for vitamins as well. It may be more difficult for someone who cannot consume certain foods to meet their daily recommended vitamin intake goals. For those who cannot get all of their vitamin needs met from food alone, vitamin supplements can be a lifesaver. Keeping in mind that a person's good food health vitamin intake varies throughout their lifetime based on their overall health is also important. Vitamins and minerals at their finest. Much has been said about which vitamin is the best. Each vitamin serves a specific purpose in a person's overall well-being and health. Choosing one of these as the best vitamin is impossible. Some foods, on the other hand, contain a high concentration of vitamins. The best sources of vitamins differ from one another. A well-balanced diet is critical if you want to get the recommended daily allowance of each vitamin. The greatest vitamin sources for each vitamin can be used as a guide, but it's not required. Yellow and dark green fruits and vegetables as well as liver are excellent sources of vitamin A. Vitamin B1 is mainly found in brewer's yeast, whole grains, blackstrap molasses, brown rice, organ meats, and eggs. Some of the best sources of vitamin B2 are brewer's yeast, legumes, nuts, organ meat, and blackstrap molasses. Lean meats, poultry, and fish are excellent sources of vitamin B3, as are brewer's yeast, peanuts, milk, and rice bran. Most vitamin B4 is found in foods such as egg yolk and liver. Other good sources include brewer's yeast, wheat germ, and soybeans. There are many foods high in vitamins and minerals, but the best sources of vitamin B5 are organ meats and egg yolks. Meats, whole grains, organ meats, brewer's yeast, blackstrap molasses, and wheat germ are the best sources of vitamin B6. Egg yolks, liver, unpolished rice, brewer's yeast, sardines, legumes, and whole grains are excellent sources of vitamin B7. Sources of vitamin B8 include whole grains, citrus fruits, molasses, meat and dairy products as well as nuts and vegetables, along with brewer's yeast. Dark green leafy vegetables, organ meats, root vegetables, oysters, salmon, and milk are the best sources of vitamin B9. The best sources of vitamin B12 are organ meats, fish, pork, eggs, cheese, milk, lamb, bananas, kelp, and peanuts. Root vegetables and liquid whey are the best sources of vitamin B13. Brewer's yeast, rare steak, brown rice, sunflower, pumpkin, and sesame seeds are the best sources of vitamin B15. Whole apricot kernels, apples, cherries, peaches, and plums are the best sources of vitamin B17. Citrus fruits and vegetables, members of the cabbage family, chili peppers, berries, melons, asparagus, and rose hips are excellent sources of vitamin C. Sources of vitamin D include fatty fish like salmon and sardines, as well as milk, egg yolks, organ meats, sprouted seeds, and sunflower seeds. Cold-pressed oils, eggs, wheat germ, organ meats, molasses, sweet potatoes, and nuts are the best sources of vitamin E. Vegetable oils, butter, and sunflower seeds are the best sources of vitamin F. Green leafy vegetables, egg yolks, safflower oil, blackstrap molasses, and cauliflower are the best sources of vitamin K. Soybeans and pinto beans are the best sources of vitamin Q. Egg yolk and butter are the best food sources of vitamin T. Cruciferous vegetables and raw cabbage are the best sources of vitamin B. Vitamins for a healthy head of hair. There are numerous specific vitamins and minerals for hair that can make a significant difference in one's ability to maintain a healthy head of hair. It's possible that a lack of adequate amounts of hair vitamins will result in noticeable thinning or even complete baldness in some people. The health of a person's hair is a good indicator of how healthy the rest of their body is. If a person is generally unwell or undernourished, additional hair vitamins may be required because their hair will show damage and may even stop growing. B6, biotin, inositol, and folic acid are some of the most critical vitamins for healthy hair. The best way to make sure a person gets enough of these important hair vitamins is to take them as vitamin supplements. They can be taken orally. Minerals such as magnesium, sulfur, silica, and zinc are just as important for healthy hair as the vitamins that go into your hair. Vitamin N is critical for healthy hair, but beta-carotene is the best form to include in your diet. This is due to the fact that excessive amounts of hair vitamin A can be toxic. Whereas beta-carotene has no such issues and is converted by the body into vitamin A, which is beneficial for healthy hair. Vitamin A serves many functions besides hair growth, including the normal development of bones, skin, and nails, as well as the formation of the protective sheet that surrounds nerve fibers. Another important hair vitamin is protein. This is due to the fact that hair is primarily made up of protein. A person's intake of this hair vitamin directly impacts the health of their hair. If a person's diet is high in protein, this hair vitamin will promote faster hair growth and a fuller mane. Hair thinning and slow hair growth are common symptoms for those whose diets are deficient in this hair vitamin. Hair vitamins and minerals are important, but they are not the only thing needed to maintain healthy, strong hair. Several researchers have discovered that a person's overall health and the condition of their hair are linked. A person's hair may suffer if they are under a lot of stress or have trouble sleeping, and their diet is unlikely to contain enough hair vitamins to counteract these effects. Supplementing your hair's vitamin and mineral intake can help repair damaged and brittle hair. Supplements for prenatal vitamin health. When a woman is pregnant, she should take daily prenatal vitamin supplements to ensure that she is getting adequate amounts of essential nutrients. It's critical that a woman talk to her doctor about whether or not she should take prenatal supplements and which ones she should avoid taking. All prenatal vitamin supplements should only be taken on the advice of a medical professional, as this is absolutely essential. A pregnant woman must exercise extreme caution when taking certain prenatal vitamin supplements because they may be harmful to her unborn child. When choosing prenatal vitamin supplements, the most important factor to consider is which ones contain nutrients that are good for both the mother and her growing baby. When it comes to vitamins, most adults don't require any more than what they get from a healthy diet. However, pregnant women often require prenatal vitamin supplements, particularly those with folic acid and iron. However, it's critical that she checks to make sure the prenatal vitamin supplements she takes to get a specific nutrient don't contain dangerous amounts of another. Vitamin A is one of the most dangerous prenatal vitamins a woman should avoid taking while pregnant. As a result, beta-carotene-based prenatal vitamins are best for pregnant women who need an extra dose of vitamin A. Vitamin A is produced in the body from beta-carotene, which is a nutrient found in fruits and vegetables. When taken in high doses during pregnancy, prenatal vitamin supplements containing animal-derived vitamin A can cause birth defects. But beta-carotene is a much safer prenatal vitamin because it is not toxic at high doses. Prenatal vitamin supplements should be discussed with a woman's doctor at her first prenatal checkup. Prenatal vitamin supplements can be used to increase the nutrients available to her baby if her current dietary needs are found to be inadequate. During the first trimester of pregnancy, a doctor may advise a pregnant woman to take a course of folic acid vitamin supplements. because it is so important for the baby's health and development, especially in the baby's brain functions. Folic acid is a common prenatal supplement prescribed to women in the months before they become pregnant. In order to prevent the mother from becoming anemic due to the increased iron needs of the baby, doctors recommend taking iron as a prenatal vitamin. Sources of vitamins from nature. Many people are deficient in one or more vitamins because they do not consume enough natural vitamin sources in their diet. Although vitamin supplements are available to help people who are deficient, most people should be able to get the majority of their recommended daily allowance of vitamins from natural vitamin sources instead of purchasing them. Eating a nutritious and well-balanced diet is essential if you want to get the recommended number of vitamins from natural vitamin sources. Because vegetarian diets provide so few natural vitamin supplements, it is possible that a supplement will be required. A supplement may be the best choice if the amount of these natural vitamin sources that you need to consume must be increased at certain points in time. In order to get the most out of one's regular diet, it's critical to understand the different types of vitamins and the best natural vitamin sources. They cannot be stored in the body and must be replenished daily. Knowing where to get these vitamins naturally is therefore critical. Fermented foods like brewer's yeast, whole grain foods like brown rice and cornmeal, and dark sugary foods like organ meats and egg yolks all contain vitamin B1. Blackstrap molasses and brewer's yeast are good natural vitamin B2 sources. Other natural sources include whole grains, legumes, nuts, and organ meat. Sources of natural vitamin B3 include lean meats, poultry, and fish, as well as brewer's yeast and peanuts. Egg yolks, organ meats, brewer's yeast, wheat germ, soybeans, fish, and legumes are all good sources of vitamin B4. Organ meats, egg yolks, legumes, whole grains, wheat germ, salmon, and brewer's yeast are all natural sources of vitamin B5. Meats, whole grains, organ meats, brewer's yeast, blackstrap molasses, and wheat germ are all good sources of vitamin B6. To get vitamin B7 from food, eat things like egg yolks and liver as well as unpolished rice, brewer's yeast, sardines, and legumes. Whole grains, citrus fruits, molasses, meat, milk, nuts, vegetables, and brewer's yeast are natural sources of vitamin B8. Dark green leafy vegetables, organ meats, root vegetables, oysters, salmon, and milk are all good sources of vitamin B9. It is found naturally in a variety of foods such as organ meats and dairy products as well as in a variety of seaweeds and grains. Root vegetables and liquid whey are good natural sources of vitamin B13. Brewer's yeast, rare steaks, brown rice, sunflower, pumpkin, and sesame seeds are all good natural sources of vitamin B15. Whole apricot kernels, apples, cherries, peaches, and plums are natural sources of vitamin B17. Citrus fruits and vegetables, members of the cabbage family, chili peppers, berries, melons, asparagus, and rose hips are all excellent sources of vitamin C. If you liked the video, press like and have a look on the references in the description box.